Hey, my name is Angie, and this is Angie's DIYs. I hope you enjoyed today's video. We're making a coffee bar or 2 tall end tables. So that was what we were thinking about at the very beginning. The hardest part of this job, believe it or not, was taking the screws out to get that top off. Now we couldn't use that top because it had an indentation in the middle of it. But I'm going to save that top and use it for another project, of course. Now these screws are vintage flathead screws. And the drill motor will strip those out. I've tried it several times and it just strips them out. So you have to really take your time. Oh, I dropped one. I can't leave one on the ground because that's where we park our cars. You just have to take your time and don't strip them out. Now, when I get ready to put a top back on, I will not reuse these screws. Right here, I'm using those flathead screwdrivers to pry that up so I can see where all the screws are. They were a little difficult to see. Okay, I think I found a couple more. I've got my little sidekick out there with me today, the chicken. And in South Carolina today, it's a little chilly. You see, I got my pajama bottoms and my real thick bedroom shoes on out there today. I just didn't want to take a chance on it start back raining. So you see right there to the left, that's my van. And I just pulled that desk right out of that van and just started working on it right there. I didn't even take it to the shop. I had been wanting to do this project for a long time, but the weather would not cooperate with me. Okay, we got that one out. Trying to pry it up to see if I see a few more, and yep, there's one right there. If that chicken could run a drill motor, I'd be in business. Oh, she got in the van. I don't know why she wants to get in that van. There is no food in that van. Okay, let's see how many more. I think we only have about 4 more screws here. You can see that top's got a really dark stain on it too. Maybe if I would have painted it, somebody would want it. But I think the real problem is see how narrow it is? Like a chair's just not going to fit in there. Especially a desk chair is not going to fit in there. So it wouldn't be comfortable for gaming or homeschooling or anything like that. And I think that's really the reason it didn't sell. But the drawers are good. They're real deep. It's good storage. So I'm just going to upcycle it and see if I can make it more desirable. Now here I am with that drill motor. I don't know why, because it is not going to work. I know it's not going to work. Come on, you can get a thing out of there. Just be patient. It's very relaxing crafting, but when you get to a screw that will not come out, it can really test your patience. I almost asked Russell to come and help me, but I said, no, I don't want to aggravate him today. Look at me, I'm just getting aggravated now. Where are these screws at? Oh, there they are, 2 more. And this one does not want to come out. Oh boy. All right, put that drill motor up. You know it's not going to work. Oh boy. All right, let me catch my breath and I'll see if I can get one across from it. Yeah, that one come out pretty easy. Oh, yep, we got that one. Okay, let me go put it up. I have to account for every screw. If I don't, it will show up in my tire. Okay, let's see. Girl, put the drill motor away. All right, looks like we're getting it now. Nope. Yeah. Oh, there's Russell. Oh. Got it. See me doing back to dance there. I'm so happy. Oh, look, that was the last one. Look, it's coming loose. Nice. Chicken celebrating. She's doing a little chicken dance. Okay. Move, girl. Right here, I'm showing you where the legs are not level because they got some rot on the bottom. And I just filled those in with some putty and then used some levelers on the bottom. Those little plastic levelers that you tap in. And that's how I fixed that. I'm trying to figure out now how to make two pieces out of one. That looks pretty good. I am being very gentle with this, but it's in fast mode, so it doesn't look like it. But I was really trying to be as gentle as I could, not to tear any of the wood or break it. All right, now right here, this is one piece of board all the way across. And it's installed in a tongue and groove style fashion. See right there in those corners? So if I take that out, I'm going to lose a lot of my stability. And those sides could just, you know, they could bow out. I might not be able to get those drawer slats back in level so the drawers will go in and out. So I'm thinking I cannot take that whole piece off. I'm thinking I'm going to have to cut it. I want to take my time and think about this. So what I did here is I just took a little break. I think I just turned the camera off and just took a little break. Yeah, I did. So I decided I am going to cut it. Now when I'm cutting, I like to use masking tape so I can get a straight line. Masking tape is cheap and you can make a long line with masking tape. I don't see that pencil marking really well. And if I use a marker, seems like I don't get my line straight with a marker. So I just use that masking tape. I'm going to cut it with that jigsaw. That's a Black & Decker Jig Saw. They're fairly inexpensive. I do have a skill saw, but I was trying to use tools that most people would have if they wanted to do a project like this. I like to say also, don't let your long hair get in the way. That is very dangerous. Get a ball cap or some bobby pins or something and don't let your hair get in the way of that drill motor. All right, we got two pieces here. Let's see how it looks together. We got two pieces, but we do have 4 pretty bad scars. Now, if I make 2 nightstands out of that, I've got to come up with a solution for those scars. See right there? And I just don't think I'm going to have enough time because of the weather to be out there on the outside and fix that. So what I'm going to do is put it together and make a coffee bar. Because I don't have to worry about those scars if I do that. The biggest problem or solution that you need to overcome when you do that, make a coffee bar out of it, is getting everything level. So right here I'm using some scrap wood that our neighbor gave us. They're building a new construction. And I'm trying to use that jigsaw to show you how I'm cutting it, and it just didn't want to do right. I just kept having problems with that. Really, a jigsaw is not the best choice for this thick of wood. Skill saw would have been better. But there you go. Now, I did cut 2 more pieces of wood. See those going in the other direction? Those have 2 purposes. That is going to hold those 2 pieces of board together. Make it sturdy. But it's also going to be like a wedge. It's going to make it seat in the top of that desk when I flip it over. It's going to seat and wedge it in there. And that's going to make the whole thing a lot more sturdier. I'm sanding it basically just to make it smooth. I'm not worried about the color on the inside here. The color that we used is the Waverly Antique Wax. And we just coated it and wiped it down real good. I watered down the Antique Wax. Put a coat over the whole case, the top and the bottom. I think I may have put more than 1 coat on the top. Let that dry, wipe it down real good. And then I put about 4 coats of polyacrylic on it. Because if someone's going to be using it for a coffee bar, it needs to be sturdy and not stain up real bad. So I put about 4 coats on there, sanding in between, wiping it down. And then we're going to attach, and I did all that after I attached it. Had it all put together. Had it all attached together. Okay, let's get this cleaned up a little bit more. Then we're going to flip it upside down. Set the bottom onto it and look for the holes that were already there. And we're going to use that to screw it back in. We're going to screw it in at an angle. Trying to get it in the middle is the best I can. I think I'm satisfied with it right there. Yep. Also, too, I kept trying to think if I wanted to put a piece of mold in between that gap there. But I decided against it because I wanted it to look like it was an upcycled piece because that's what it is. But if you didn't want it to look that way, I could have put a decorative piece of molding between the 2 there and cover that up to give it a more finished look. And right here, I'm struggling because my screwdriver won't fit in that hole. But I just took my time, I kept at it, and I got it. Alright, I'm adding a few screws between the 2 to make that a little sturdier. That probably was not going to be necessary, but I just went ahead and did it anyway. Now on the back, I took a 1x4 or a slat board and went from one end to the other using 2 screws on each leg. And here it is. It's already at the shop. Isn't that cute? I think somebody's going to really enjoy this for some great storage or a coffee bar. If you enjoyed this video today, we hope you'll subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next week. Bye.